All right. That's fine. Like they gave me a.
Oh, okay.
I got their shirt on right now.
That's pretty dope. That's dope. It's lighter.
I was like, "Whoo, got some good stuff." Good stuff. What's up? Barely. Do you want to take it down or something? It's fine. You can take it down if you feel okay. All right. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me clearly? You hear each other clearly? It's all good?
Yep, I can hear.
All right. Cool. And it started off in 5, 4, 3, 2. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, where we bring you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the best DJ in the entire world. This is DJ Matt Sticks.
What's up, Pete?
And the 6'10 beast from the Southeast himself, Mr. Country K.
Yo.
Ooh. So another week has gone by. Week 3 is in the books. And well, all of our teams lost except for Match 6. Match 6 the one who got to have the easy breathing this week. But isn't due to lack of effort. I don't know. Okay, coming out of that game with the Bucks, how are you feeling about
that? I mean, as far as the game, I feel like all of America wanted us to lose. I'm just keeping it real, man. Like, that's what it felt like just watching the game. Like, me and Massix talked about it a little bit. Like, I called the group chat during the game, and like he noticed it. He's a Cowboys fan. He don't want to give us credit. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you. Like, this is real. You could clearly feel the vibe of that game, and it was still like 7-0 when I was saying that. Like, they were calling bullcrap. It was a lot of plays. Like, I'm serious. Like, Gronk got a PI call. That was like one of the biggest ones. Gronk got a PI call on a fade route. They were bunched, and they called Gronk for a PI on a fade route, and he didn't even touch the dude. Like, it's different when you extend your hands, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Gronk literally didn't even touch him. They threw the flag before Gronk even did his second step. He did his first step into the wheel. They threw the flag. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the guy that was engaged on Chris Godwin was trying to jam. So you're trying to jam somebody you're not stronger than, and you throw the flag because, one, he's not strong enough to jam a guy. And two, you just anticipated Gronk hitting the guy. So there's no such thing as rub routes, right? Like, only, I mean, unless the DB is getting impeded by the offensive lineman, like if it was a screen in basketball, then I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he wasn't impeding him, nor did he even touch him. That's a flag. That turned into 7 points for the Rams.
Yep.
They also called back the one play about the fumbling. I'm gonna be honest, it would make sense if Brady was actually into his throw going forward when Aaron Donald tipped that ball, but he wasn't. Aaron Donald caught him at the apex of his throw. You know what I'm saying? And he was fully cocked back. Aaron Donald tipped the ball before his arm even started going forward for the decline. You get what I'm saying? It's a fumble. It's a full-fledged fucking fumble. Giovanni Bernard caught it on its way down. It wasn't like the ball was going forward and he caught that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was standing right beside Brady blocking somebody and he caught the ball.
Right.
ran 35 yards, and they're like, no, bring that shit back. You know what I'm saying? That's when we had that bullshit ass fucking halftime kick, and he missed. So it's like you already up double digits because of I only mentioned 2 calls, but it was so much more.
That last call that you just said, I even told Matt Six as well. Under, I think what we said, it was under 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
The only one who can advance the football during a fumble is the person who fumbled the ball. Anyone else who picks it up, whether it's his teammate or they can't advance the ball. It's one of those, and I told Matt Six this off air. Was it yesterday or the day before or something like that? That it's one of those rules that never really happens. So you don't really hear about it that often, but it is something that is there.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. I'll be honest with you. Like I hear you based on the bylaws and the rules and all that bullshit, but that's one of the dumbest shits I heard in my life, bro. Like so much so to where I've literally, like, I was really confused. Like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck you call back a fumble? I was confused. Now, that's why I said it's one of those calls where it's like you're helping one side of the ball completely. Like, you're completely helping one side of the ball. Because let Aaron Donald or fucking Jalen Ramsey will pick that bitch up at 6 points. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's some bullshit beyond bullshit. But it's fine.
The offense is the only one who can't
can't advance the ball. I got it. Like I said, whatever the rule is, it's fine. I'm not a player, so it's not like I'm sitting here, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck that much. But that's one of them rules when Brady mentioned early in the year, he should have mentioned that motherfucker because that's the dumbest shit I've fucking heard in my life. Then on top of all of that, before that drive, we literally got penalized every single fucking play. They like in the that's what I said. The first half, that's why people don't remember. Like the first half, they really were penalizing us fucking crazy, like crazy in the first half. Then the second half, everybody, it's lined up, it's even. Yeah, I get it because you got the result you wanted. But if Brady would have won that fucking game, then they would have been like, oh my god, like not trying to say Masick said that, but it was a lot of people like, they're cheating for the fucking Bucks. Oh, you know what I mean? When we played the Cowboys, I'm serious. It was a lot of Cowboys fans saying that shit. They cheated for us. Ain't nobody cheat that Zeke only had 31 fucking yards. Ain't nobody cheat that. Nobody cheated that.
Lost that game.
You get what I'm saying? Like, how can you sit here and continue to blame, you know what I'm saying, certain situations? Like, it's different. They was cheating so fucking bad. They didn't even have Jalen Ramsey guarding our number one. They had him moving around. Like, that didn't even make sense in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't, like, the whole shape of the game didn't fucking make sense. How do we go from 1 year where the fucking Rams have all these corners and all these people, and they beat us, right? They beat us last year. No problem. They beat us. They had all these people. Ramsey had to guard Evans or Godwin, one of the two. This man was bouncing around. We didn't even have AB. He was bouncing around. Scotty Miller got hurt. And furthermore, Jamel Dean, I'm sorry, Josh. Jamel Dean, how in the fuck do you get hurt dropping a pick? How in the fuck do you get hurt dropping a pick? Explain this to me, brother. You get paid all of this motherfucking money. You was there when Jameis was fucking there too. You were a rookie. You saw that bullshit. And you also just saw us win a bowl. You were part of that too. What in the fuck in your mind thinks, I'm going to get another fucking chance? I'm going to get another fucking chance. At some point in time, now I was back to the entire team. At some point in time, the rest of y'all got to realize you can't just continue to rely on Tom, bro. He's 44 years fucking old, bro. At the end of the day, some part of his game gonna fucking goddamn remind you he's 44. But the shit he did on Sunday did not remind me he was 44. He was dipping out of sacks, doing all kind of shit. Like Brady tried his hardest that game. Everybody else let him the fuck down. That shit pissed me off. Giovanni Bernard was literally the only running back showed up to the game. I don't know what the fuck happened to Leonard Fournette and fucking Rojo. Both of them didn't show up to the fucking game.
Rojo apparently is in the doghouse right now for Arians.
Fam, I'm be honest with you. Rojo gone mentally to everybody else. I'm just me. I don't really want to say a lot. Like, I'm being serious. Rojo's a very good running back. He's in Canton for a run last season. You know what I'm saying? But at the exact same time, it's like, bro, your biggest issue is fumbles and that's turnovers, and we don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a very good back, but it's like you literally got picked up just like every other fucking Tampa Bay running back. You either got an injury problem or you got a fumbling problem. And that's what our Bucks running backs has always been historically. We had a fumbling problem or injury problem. Fumbling problem, injury problem. Rojo, you fit that mold. You know what I'm saying? If we don't need that, we keep Leonard by himself to just deal with that kind of bullshit. At least he can run somebody the fuck over. You know what I'm saying? He could block some motherfucking body. I'd trade Rojo to get a fucking a first round from a good team or fucking goddamn a couple picks from a shit team. I'm not lying. That's the way I'll do it, just simply because he's starting to become useless. To be honest with you, he's starting to become really useless. He's not running the ball. You can't catch the fucking ball, and you fumble that bitch. So what the fuck are you, bruh? You're not a running back. You clearly not a running back because your first job is to run that bitch, and you're not running it. So what the fuck are you? You ain't a receiver. You can't catch. What are you, bro?
That's an interesting way to put it because I didn't think. What was it, Matt Sickwood? You predicted a close game for that one, didn't you? It was like by 3 points. You said.
I said 23-17.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So and it turned into.
It was a 10-point game.
It
was 34-24. 34-24. But like I was talking to my boy Nate when we was talking to Marshall Falk, right? And I asked that question. That was Nate's question. So when like when the game was going on or after the game, Nate was like talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can see it. It's on Facebook. Like Nate was talking shit or whatever. And just like, no, it's the evenly, you know what I'm saying, the evenly officiated game and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where. He kept talking about how Deshaun Jackson got underthrown a few times. I'm like, wow, that's crazy because Matthew Stafford's supposed to be this big arm quarterback and he's underthrowing somebody that's historically been in the game for 13 years, burning the shit out of everybody. I don't see how the fuck you just realize I'm going to underthrow Deshaun Jackson. I don't give a fuck if he's 34. That motherfucker's still fast. You know what I'm saying? You let that bitch, like, bro, you let that bitch go. Like,
the first play of the game, it was like 75 yards. He was gone.
And in that play right there, Mike Edwards, where the fuck were you? He got beat on a sluggo, Josh. Mike Edwards got beat on that 75-yard play was a fucking sluggo. I'm just going to let you know. Deshaun Jackson came in. And when he fucking made he turned like this, Mike Edwards is 20 yards back. He slipped and fell on the ground. Deshaun Jackson was gone. He got bit on a fucking sluggo. And the corner was there. It wasn't like we was in like complete zone. If you was in zone, it had to be like cover 3 or some shit. Like the corner was following him. You know what I'm saying? The corner was right there. Mike Edwards bit on the damn fucking sluggo and got our ass fucking goddamn exposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? No, I said, like, I've always said about my defense. My defense is nice as fuck, but my DBs are suspect. And now they're hurt. So, which leads to the fucking question that you asked, because I took a long time to get here. Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman will be a great addition to our team. The only problem is, you have to have a certain amount of days doing shit. You got to have, implementation into the playbook. You got to really understand what the fuck going on. Like, you got to be, and what I mean by implementation, I mean he has to be completely implemented into that playbook.
Hey, Sherman can't even knock down the door. What make you think he's finna stop somebody on the field right now?
Nah. Hey, I hear you.
He said Richard Sherman couldn't even knock down the door.
Hey, that door was built like Leonard Fournette, bro.
I was gonna say that was
an oak door. That was a whole wood oak door. I'm gonna be honest. And, hey, That door was undefeated and unstoppable. That door, that door needs to be on my team.
That was one of them Duralast.
Bro, I don't know.
That's so
Seattle
stupid.
Seahawks need that door.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
don't know what the fuck going on. But I was watching Richard Sherman fucking goddamn introductory press conference earlier today. He looked happy, but he also looked like his mind going at 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like he was showing his personality and talking, being himself and shit like that. You know how Richard Sherman is when he in the media.
Yeah.
BA said it straight up. He's like, I've been knowing Richard Sherman for like 11 to 13 years, been playing against him for all of that time, 2 times a year. We've been knowing each other outside of football and stuff like that. He's like, one mistake doesn't fucking, for me, it doesn't fucking shape who you are. And that's what Arians said. That's how you end up on our team, which is understandable because it's a completely different situation for AB. AB had multiple situations. You know what I'm saying? And he played for Arians. You get what I'm saying? He played for Arians
in Pittsburgh, yeah.
In Pittsburgh when Arians was a coordinator. So it's a different situation. So before anybody bring up about AB, that's the situation. So as far as Sherman, I do think he's going to come in and be that player coach. Because to be honest with you, when y'all had Sherman, the Niners, y'all DBs upgraded significantly, at least mentally. You know what I'm saying? But
Josh Norman was a downgrade.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. But the coach that you had is now in New Jersey. I don't care nothing about that right hand man shit. You lost your head, the head defensive coordinator.
The New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, he up there. I'm just saying, like, he's the head coach now of the Jets, and now your player coach, the guy that's on the field that's coaching the players as the game is going on, is gone too. So now you just relying on the teachings that they learn from Sherman and that coach, and having the other guy just, keep echoing that same sentiment. And that's what y'all expecting. And you kind of see the results. Like it looks terrible out there. It looks fucking pathetic.
We'll get to that team and everything, and then we'll get to that Sunday night game. We'll talk about the Monday night game, and do that. So let's go down the list right now. Colts versus the Titans. Titans won 25-16. Derrick Henry, 353 rushing yards so far this season, tied for the most through the first 3 weeks in team history. And I think that other record might be his too. Colts don't really have much going for them offensively. So this is pretty much one of those expected games that Titans were going to go ahead and take. So now they're 2-1. Colts are 0-3. Next one down the list here, Falcons versus the Giants. Falcons went and beat the Giants 17-14. Young Hoku got the game-winning 40-yard field goal as time expired. So I guess it was close all the way up until that point, or it was just I was working most of the day, so I didn't know whether or not this score was a result of a good game or both teams just suck. So one of those, that was the reason why the outcome is what it is. Currently on replay right now, the Chargers and Chiefs, but that already happened. Chargers went and beat the Chiefs 30-24.
Audit.
KC lost 2 straight games for the first time since week 5 and 6 of 2019, 2 years ago. And on top of that, the Chiefs are currently at the bottom of the division, dead last in AFC West right now. At least from what I'm seeing currently, and for what I've seen in the highlights and stuff like that, Chargers really put it on them. But it was one of those games that it looks like it was one of those back and forth type scenarios, and then the Chargers just got to Patrick Mahomes one too many times. It's not that far into the game so far that I'm looking at it, but yeah, that's what it was. Chiefs 1-2, Chargers 2-1. The Bengals went and beat the Steelers. I called that one. I think we all called that. Did we all pick the Bengals on that one, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I won my football pool at work. Every pick I picked won this week.
Nice.
Nice little pick 'em up.
Bengals winning 24-10, like I just said. First road win versus Pittsburgh since week 8 of 2015. So 6 years ago was the last time that the Bengals had a road win. And good for them. They're basically exposing the Steelers. Big Ben looked stiff as a fucking board. I remember he's trying to run away and he threw it to his running back, fell flat on his fucking face. I mean, if that's not a hint that Big Ben needs to retire, I don't know what the hell is. But yep, that game went down the way it did there. The Bears and the Browns.
Bears. The Bears.
Them boys trash.
6 for
Them
28, huh?
boys trash.
He should have never
Tell
played
me,
that game.
tell me if I'm wrong. But did I see correctly that the Bears had 42 total yards the entire game?
They only had one net passing yard the whole game.
Yeah, but they wasn't blocking for Fields, so that's
Now, Fields got his ass. I'm surprised Fields didn't get hurt in that game.
Dan Orlovsky went on and he was saying that Nagy, the head coach for the Bears, should be fired.
Mm-hmm.
And he said
this Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy straight up.
He said
Every
this game, it was either, for the preparation wise, it was either negligence or something that he did on purpose. So then there starts to go the thing around going, did Nagy game plan this so horribly so that Justin Fields looks so bad that it justifies his decision for keeping Andy Dalton as the starter for when he comes back? Because everyone, ever since Nagy said, oh yeah, when Dalton's healthy, he's going to be our starter, he's gotten nothing but backlash and rejection from the fans and everything for that decision. So is he game planning to make Justin Fields look like shit just to justify his own decision of getting Dalton in there? Would a coach be that stupid and risk his job to do something like that? That seems like a kind of a petty thing to do, no?
Let's cue Adam Gase example. And do I really need to express further about this situation? I mean, Adam Gase is like the clear-cut cookie cutter coach to like actually go to. He literally sabotaged Deshaun Watson, bro. Like literally traded D-Hop for a fucking bag of chips. Like real shit. He traded D-Hop for a second round pick that didn't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
They sorry as shit right now. That second round pick was right now. Whoever they drafted, that second round was D-Hop replacement. And bet money won a receiver. So you gotta really remember that some of these folks, they be just trying to do like they try to do some shit like they got a lot of time. They like fucking like Gruden. Gruden had a 10-year contract. I know people don't like talk about the Raiders, i.e. Niner fans, but like Gruden right now, the way it looked like he put a great team together, and whoever would have been the quarterback would have been fucking eating. Like, say if they had Brady, whoo.
If Brady went to Vegas.
If Brady went to Vegas, bro, with fucking Waller, the way Waller balling right now, dog, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. Waller playing like how OJ Howard's supposed to play. You know what I'm saying? OJ Howard didn't get hurt, so it's more psychological at this point. It's psychological. He sat out a whole year.
OJ Howard did have that hype. Darren Waller was kind of one of those unknowns up until he broke out last season.
Well,
that was really the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know about the unknown shit. I'm more than say because he still got drafted first round, I think. So I ain't gonna say that. Well, because Vegas when Vegas get their good players, they get them high. Like Henry Ruggs, they got him high.
I don't think Darren Waller was a first round pick. I'm gonna be honest. I was about to say, look that up. But as we look that up, let's go on to the next one. We got the Ravens and the Lions. The Ravens barely eking out a win against Detroit, 19-17. Justin Tucker, game-winning field goal, 66-yarder, longest in NFL history. Justin Tucker further proving not only the most consistent kicker of all time statistically, He may be well on his way to being one of those guys, one of those very few kickers that maybe at the end of his career could be the next one after Adam Vinatieri. Possibly.
Yo, I feel you. I feel you. Justin Tucker is the best kicker in the fucking game, and I'm glad you went there. Because the team that's in question is the one that drafted Darren Waller. They drafted Darren Waller 2015. Bro, you'll never get this. 6th round, 204th pick. Wow, I was so off.
George was a 5th. George Kittle was a 5th. Dude, there's a lot of these tight ends that are out there right now that they were late round picks that are hella good. Waller is a 6th round pick.
I mean,
Kittle was a 5th. Who else was a late round pick?
George Kittle.
I think Hawkinson was actually a 1st round pick.
All right. Outside of his ability to catch and his ability to block, my man really ain't got too much else after that. Kittle.
That's all you need to be a tight end, to be able to catch and be able to block. That's all you need.
I don't know, bro. Gronk broke that mold. Travis Kelce broke that mold. I'm only calling white tight ends right now, bro, because them boys a little they shifty, bro. Like, if you can't compare him to Darren Waller got shifties and all that. Kyle Pitts got shifties. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even go to fucking
George Kittle has run through.
Like I said, it makes sense why he got drafted 5th. I wonder why Darren Waller got drafted like in 20. I wonder what his 2014 season he put together in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what he did because he went to Georgia Tech. So I wonder what he did then and what he put together, because Georgia Tech damn near is a veer offense. So it kind of make like he got put in a fucked off situation, low key. They throw to the tight ends a lot, but I don't know. Yeah. It's like damn near a veer situation. They run most of the time. Their quarterback is okay, decent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, go ahead. My bad. But Justin Tucker, though, yeah, he's the best kicker in the fucking game.
Yeah, and I do think after Adam Vinatieri gets in, Justin Tucker will get in. When? Don't know. How long it's going to take for that to happen? No idea. But he definitely deserved it. I definitely think throughout his career, he's proved that he can. He's, like you said, best kicker in the whole league right now.
Don't you have to wait 5 years after you finish? Or is it 3? Because didn't Ray Lewis only wait like 3?
I think it's 4 or 5 years after you retire that you're eligible first ballot.
Okay, because I think he gonna go in like Ray. He's gonna go in like Ray. Just whenever Justin Tucker's done, Baltimore's building a statue of him in front for sure.
He's gonna get the game-winning kick in the Super Bowl and retire.
What year is this? Because they're not going to the Super Bowl this year, big dog.
I mean, whatever year that may be, he could be as old as Adam Vinatieri was when he retired. I mean, never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Saints did end up beating the Patriots. Taysom Hill started, but they did switch him and James Winston out from time to time. Saints defense really is the story about this, because they're the ones who actually beat the crap out of the Patriots. Final score of that one, 28-13. First win in New England for New Orleans since week 14 of 1995. The first time New Orleans, even with Drew Brees there, they could never win Foxborough. That's because the Saints are a dome team. They're not really good in the elements. That's just how they've always really been. Next one on the list, the Cardinals and the Jaguars. Cardinals beat the tar out of the Jags, 31-19. Arizona's first 3-0 start since 2015, and that year they went to the conference championship. I mean, Cardinals are just rolling right now. The Cardinals and the Rams are two teams right now that when they end up clashing, that's going to be one of those high scoring, high drama games that people tend to remember. High scoring too, whenever that comes out. But the Jaguars have been playing like shit. Yeah, that's just how that's been going for them. Washington football team got trounced by the Bills, 43-21. Who picked the Bills here? I picked the Bills.
I picked the Bills.
Okay, you picked Washington.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, Josh Allen during this game, first player in Buffalo history with 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and 1 rushing touchdown in a game. I mean, good for Josh Allen, continuing to break records. Can he break any, if not all, of Jim Kelly's records by the time he's done being a Buffalo Bill? Or will they trade him away before he can end his career in Buffalo? No? Anyone? No?
Oh, I wasn't sure who you were asking.
Oh, no, I was just throwing it out there.
All right, repeat the question again.
Is Josh Allen basically going to be a lifer in Buffalo?
I mean, according to the city and probably the team, I would think that's probably what happens for the organization standpoint. Like right now, that's probably what they envisioning. But Josh Allen might get tired of that shit and be like, "Hey, yo, all this motherfucking snow and shit. I ain't no more blue cheese. I ain't no more wings. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone." That's what's got to happen. Josh Allen got to be like, "I'm gone." He might pull a Tom Brady.
I think he likes it out there in Buffalo, though.
I've never been, so I don't know.
Next one down the list, the Jets got their shit kicked in by the Broncos, 26-0. Jets have lost 12 straight games in September, the longest active streak in the NFL. I mean, was it last week that Wilson threw for 5 interceptions, or was it against Broncos he threw for 5 interceptions?
That was last week.
That was last week, right?
Yeah.
He had no chance against the Broncos. Down the list here, Raiders and Dolphins, that went into overtime. The Dolphins were losing pretty much the majority of the game before kind of coming back and making it a game. Raiders ended up winning, though, 31-28. Las Vegas, the first 3-0 start since 2002. And that was when they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Bucs. That was that year. Next one down the list, the Vikings and the Seahawks. Seahawks just can't protect Russell, and their defense is no good. Even with Dalvin Cook out, the Vikings just put on a clinic, 30-17. Russell Wilson, this was his first career loss versus Minnesota. He was 7-0 prior to that, including in the playoffs. So, I mean, first time for everything, I guess. And then we talked about it earlier, Bucs and Rams, 34-24. What does it say here? Tampa Bay first loss since week 12 of last year. So, yeah, there was that. And then Sunday night game, Packers, 49ers. Packers won by 2. And a game that I was looking at going to Davante Adams was just using and abusing our DBs, and it even proved to be at the end. We got a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk got the go-ahead score, but there was 37 seconds on the clock, and literally all it took was 2 deep passes to Davante Adams to set him up in field goal range, and that's where it ended. So, yeah, game-winning 51-yarder. I mean, I was looking at it going, they had a good game. Jimmy had a decent game, but again, there were just certain situations where I'm just looking at it going, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, what kind of decisions are we making here? But again, the defense was just the DBs. Oof, it was just not looking good. They were getting torched and roasted all game long. Had they played a little bit better, it might be a different outcome. But it is what it is. Both Packers and Niners now 2-1 going into next week. And, of course, the Monday Night Football game where Mad Sticks can sit there and claim the only team out of the 3 of us to have a victory. And that's the Dallas Cowboys beating the absolute dog shit out of the Philadelphia Eagles 41-21. Dallas the 41 points in each of the last two games versus Philadelphia on Monday night. So I guess most people kind of saw this coming, but it just
The shit.
and Matt Six, you made a good point about it when we were talking about it a little bit off air. The defense has really stepped up. Michael Parsons has really been a difference maker on that defense.
And Trayvon did.
Against the fucking Eagles?
I understand.
Are we gonna sit and give
against
him
the
credit for
Eagles.
the fucking Eagles,
No.
bro? No.
Let me
Come
finish.
on, bro. Come
Let
on,
me
bro.
finish. I'm
If they
just
did this
saying,
shit to the fucking Rams, then I would give them fucking credit. Like, come the fuck on,
We're taking
bro.
all the credit week 3.
Dog.
Hey, even Stephen A. Smith is ranked as number 3 this year so far. Hey, that's a lot coming from him.
People are not being honest about these last two games we just talked about. Nobody gave a shit that Dallas beat the fuck out of the Eagles because the Eagles suck. The Eagles fucking suck. They got the Heisman winner and they got They got 2 Heisman winners, and they got a fucking nothing else. They have nothing else. Miles Sanders probably. They got a image of Miles Sanders, an image of what the defense was 6 years ago. Like, come on, dog. Like, we not. Can we seriously be real? We didn't even talk about this shit last week, bro. This game was sucked. We knew this shit was gonna suck. We knew Dallas was gonna do that. I told you Zeke was gonna bounce back. Y'all won. Congratulations. But the Niners did all those cheap shots. To lose by 2 is the funniest shit in the fucking world.
I also told Matt Six about that cheap shot that Ward put on Adams. I was like, I was not cool with that. I was definitely not okay with that. Don't get mad that he's beating your ass all game. Get better. Don't just fucking sit there and go and try and pull that kind of shit, because that was just uncalled for. But we got about 20 minutes left here before Matt Six has to get the fuck on back into work. So let's rapid fire these pick'ems, because the next time we talk to you guys will be probably during the Sunday night game again. We'll have a little watch along here on YouTube, as well as talking about the games of the day. But let's get rapid fire in. Let's make our picks. Thursday night game, Jacksonville in Cincinnati. I'm going with Cincinnati. Matt Sticks, who you got here?
I'm going with Cincinnati.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. I don't think that one's even close either. Tennessee against the Jets in New York. I'm going with Tennessee. Matt Six, who you got here?
Tennessee. I didn't give up on my Jets already this year.
He already said, fuck it, I'm done.
They had some kind of hope. And my Cowboys doing good, so I'm like, I got to roll with them for right now.
Now he's got to be smart with his pick, so he picks Tennessee. Okay, who you got?
I mean,
yeah. There's kind of no-brainer pick'ems in this this week. Kansas City, Philadelphia in Philly. I think Kansas City's going to bounce back. So yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas City here. Okay, who you got?
Oh no. I really don't know.
Really don't know.
This is probably one of the toughest games this week, because you expect Patrick Mahomes to do some shit. But the way they've been fucking losing, they let Justin Herbert. They let Justin Herbert fucking go stupid on them. So
they're in Philadelphia. They're in Philly too. So
I mean, that really don't matter. They just I know.
I'm just saying hometown advantage for some people makes a difference, but
yeah, no, they didn't lost at home. Kansas City lost at home and on the road this year. So I mean, they won.
No, I'm saying they're in Philly.
Like Andy Reid is shocked his ass had to go to the hospital.
Oh, that's foul. That's foul. That's foul, yo. That's foul. That's foul for me. That's foul for me.
Masters went down the road. I don't know if we can come back from.
He in shock. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Damn.
We went from the bottom from the top to the bottom.
Oh man.
He said the Chiefs have shocked so much. But Andy Reid.
Hey, but that's really the linchpin of why it's so tough for me. Because ain't nobody coaching them like Andy Reid, and Andy ain't been there. That's why it's so hard for me right now. I don't know who to pick. It's just like the Chiefs with Andy Reid is a no-brainer. The Chiefs without Andy Reid is 1 and 2.
No, he's out of the hospital and everything already. He's already participating team activities. I guarantee he'll be coaching on Sunday. Guaranteed.
I'm
If he wasn't coaching on Sunday, then yeah, I'd probably be like, But then Eric, was it Bellamy or Bieniemy?
You said it right. The first time, Bieniemy.
Bellamy or Bieniemy?
Bieniemy.
Okay. Yeah, even if he takes over the offense, I think they'll be fine, and especially against Billy. That defense is just.
Who you think took over the offense when Andy went to the hospital?
It was after the game that he went.
Yeah, it was after the game.
Well, I'm saying, didn't Andy miss a whole game?
No.
Oh, that was this week. This
That
past
was his
week.
week. Yeah, that was his week. Yeah.
I thought that shit happened the week before.
No, that was after Sunday. That was after his lost Sunday. He's like, I can't take this shit.
That was bad.
That's foul as
Fucking
shit. Still,
it's
still foul every time.
Jesus Christ.
Even though I know the whole circumstances, it's still foul as fuck.
Jokes, people. They are jokes. They are jokes. Jesus. As dark as some of them
just
may
to
be,
move forward, I'm gonna pick the
please
Chiefs. I gotta
understand
just
that
pick
it's
him because
jokes.
he did this on my turn. He did all of this shit on my turn. He could do it on his own, but he did it on my turn. So now I feel like I'm obligated to pick the Chiefs.
What bad sticks who you got?
I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. I think Philly is garbage, and they're gonna continue to be garbage the rest of the year.
Says a Cowboy.
I was gonna say then next team up, Carolina in Dallas.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with Carolina.
Is CMC
Okay, who you
playing?
got?
Is CMC playing?
No.
Dallas.
Yeah, we know who that's picking. We know.
That was literally.
I was thinking about that. Oh, it's gonna be a good game for them. But yeah, definitely gonna go with Dallas.
It's not gonna be a good game for them. They ain't got CMC. It's a rap stick. You might as well go ahead and wrap that motherfucker up.
The New York Giants versus the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Goddamn, Giants suck so bad. But if Jameis is starting, there's no way New Orleans wins this game. But if Taysom Hill, if they do the rotation like they did this last week, then they'll probably win the game. But if it's solely Jameis Winston, you may have a problem. But regardless, though, I think I'm going to go with the Saints. Okay, who you got?
Tell me one defense that they played that's actually good.
Who? The Saints?
Yeah.
I can't recall.
Exactly. The fact that you can't recall shit lets me further know.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That same offensive line protected Drew Brees very well until they faced us, and he got 3 sacks on them, 11 broken ribs.
Well,
and
is Barkley making his return? Did he play already this last week, or is he playing this week?
I mean, it really don't matter. I'm taking the Giants. I'm taking the New York Giants football team or the New York Football Giants. However the fuck you say it, y'all crazy mother suckers. Can't just be regular as fuck. Just say New York Giants. You gotta have a football team and shit all in there. Like, and then
back in the day, they had the baseball team before the San Francisco Giants were in San Francisco. They were the New York Giants. So at that time, they were both called the New York Giants. So they said the New York Football Giants too.
So here's the thing. At what point do you drop that?
No, you're supposed to drop it as soon as the New York Baseball Giants went to San Francisco.
So thank you for just proving my point. But you just proved my point, sir.
I'm just giving you the origins of where it came from.
I honestly, you still prove my point within you telling me an origin story about your baseball team that's ass.
What do you mean that's ass? Where you got the best record in the league right now? What do you mean?
That's what's up. Let's see if y'all win that shit.
No, we will.
That's tough, but
I feel you. I feel you.
We'll try to run through this real quick because I want to tell Matt Six some shit that I have. All right. Let's see. Cleveland, Minnesota. Okay, go.
Baker.
Okay. Matt Six,
Cleveland.
going Minnesota.
I'm trying to.
Detroit and Chicago. Okay.
You ain't pick your Cleveland, Minnesota. Like, would you all try to
Yeah, I
slide
did.
by?
I said Minnesota.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did say Minnesota. I said the Vikings. All right, now Detroit and Chicago. Fuck.
Shit.
Detroit sucks. Chicago
It might
sucks.
be 0-0 at the end of that game.
I would say it might be a draw. They might even enter overtime.
This is like what the
might
fuck
be
I
a
was
draw.
thinking.
God damn.
I'll go with Detroit.
I'm gonna go with Chicago.
Man, flip a coin. Goddamn.
Let's see.
I mean, they ain't got to take my pick. They literally can flip a coin for my pick. Whoever flips that coin in America, I mean, the listeners, each individual listener is going to have a different pick.
Trying
So
All
that's
right.
more the thing.
This side is heads. This side is tails. Okay? Whatever that lands on, that's your pick.
But the simple fact you flipping that Niner feel it was a loss for either team.
Well, heads, and I didn't even distinguish what team would be which, but we're just going to give you Detroit. How about that? Can we give you Detroit? Would you be okay with Detroit?
That's why I was going with Detroit. After Chicago last week, they don't even know what quarterback starting this week.
Yeah, well, that's also true. Houston and Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yep.
Yeah, Buffalo. We can be quick about this one.
Yeah. Indianapolis and Miami. I'm going to Miami.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with Caleb and them.
With the Colts. Washington football team versus Atlanta in Atlanta. Washington did not look good last game.
This man got to think about this shit. This is a hard pick for you?
I'm going to go with Washington. Fuck it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Washington.
Bad stakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Atlanta.
Yep. I figured he was going to go Atlanta. All right. Seahawks, San Francisco. I'm going with San Francisco, of course, obviously. Okay, who you got?
Who do y'all play?
Seattle.
Oh, Russell, yeah.
Okay. Mad Six.
Yeah, I was kind of debating back and forth, but I can't just pick your Niners, so I'm going to go with Seattle.
No. All right. Arizona in LA. That game's happening this week. Going to be a good one. Ultimately, though, I think LA is going to win this game.
Which LA is two LA teams.
The Rams. Sorry, the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and Green Bay. In Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yep.
Baltimore and Denver. Okay.
I'm gonna go Denver.
Denver. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver too.
Yeah, Denver's looking nice right now. That defense looks good. New England and Tampa Bay. In New England, I think Tampa Bay is going to win like 41-17. So yeah, I'm going with Tampa actually. Okay, I know you're going with Tampa. Matt Six.
New England.
Hey, I wanted to ask you: is this pick out of spite, or you really believe they're gonna win? Like, they got Mac Jones at quarterback, bro. He nice. He nice, but like for real, like
it's just out of spite. Like
that's my spite pick.
And then for the Monday night game, the Las Vegas Raiders against the LA Chargers in LA. I think Justin Herbert shuts the shit down. Going with the Chargers. Matt Six, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. I think the Raiders see if the the Raiders looking something nice this year so far. But like it's only going into week 4, so you can't get too excited for teams. It's only 4 weeks in.
Yeah, I'm still going with the Chargers.
My bad,
Foster, I just looked at your last name on your fucking thing. Okay.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind that. Who's the before this Chargers?
What?
Who was the game before this Chargers game?
Against the Raiders?
No,
Yeah,
the pick,
what was
man. Who we picked before.
Oh, it was us. So I didn't miss much. Okay, cool. I was trying to make sure how much I missed. All right. Yeah, I'm going Chargers. Herbert went stupid last week.
Yep. Gonna end that shit. All right, with the 5 minutes left, I was doing some cleaning out of the garage, and I remember I have this box full of stuff that we can put in the studio, or the garage that we are turning into a studio, and got a bunch. I got a Barry Bonds poster, got a whole bunch of other stuff in there and possibly a refrigerator, like a mini fridge.
Okay.
That we can put in there, like all the raised stuff and all that, or whatever it is that we want to put in there. Do that. But yeah, I was gonna say we take that over there. The next time I go over. Not all of it will go up because there is a lot of it in there that's 49er stuff. So I want it to be diverse, obviously. All three of our teams.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like a little 4x6 section of 49er stuff.
Yeah, like maybe one or two things. So I got to choose wisely.
I tried to tell you, bro. He ain't going for it. I tried to. He showed call earlier, and I'm like, Max is not going for that, bro. You got
the only one that I could probably get away with is the fucking Ronnie Lott one, and that's about it.
That's why I tried to tell you. I said Ronnie Lott because he's a legend, the Hall of Famer, and Barry Bonds because y'all both like the Giants. That's like sports-oriented shit. You got to kind of be neutral.
Or Kaepernick. You can put some Kaepernick. If you got Kaepernick, I'll rock Kaepernick. But yeah, that's about,
See what I mean? And I'm telling you, your leash for the Niners is so short, it's not even funny. It's like 3 people. It's 3 people maximum. Yeah. So you like
I at least got one
stuff,
of them.
You probably
so
just gotta like, all right, fuck it.
I at least got one of them, so that's fine.
I mean, I guess if that's how you feel.
Figure that out. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit left. Matt Six has to head back into his work. Got to get to editing this stuff, and then we'll be able to talk to you guys on Sunday during Sunday night football. So be able to hang out with us during. During Sunday night football. Be able to hang out with us, live chat during the game, talk to us about what happened during the earlier games, and just hang out, have a good conversation, have some fun. So once again, thank you for hanging out with us on this Wednesday. We will see you guys on Sunday evening. This episode was brought to you by Raise Energy. As you guys all know, the best energy drink in the entire planet, Raise Energy. Get the insider merch right here, all the hats, all this other shit that they got for us. Appreciate the hell out of Raise for being with us. We're actually in the works. I've been having conversations back and forth with them for some additional possibilities and opportunities that we can work out. So be on the lookout for that. They got a new flavor that's dropping tomorrow, and it's called Juice Box. So if you, as a child, loved your little apple juice box, you are going to love this flavor of Raise coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, I was wondering why you was walking up on the car.
Oh, I can see you.
No, okay.
I really apologize.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah, I live
Oh,
right
shit.
there.
Okay.
I'm just looking to see what it looks like from down here.
That 6 getting walked up on in the car. Oh shit.
The older dude, when he walked, he wasn't paying attention, walked up, almost walked all the way up to the driver. I'm like, you will take a few more steps, then you about to get dropped.
You heard me, huh? I said, man, we almost witnessed a murder.
We almost witnessed somebody's ass.
Hey, us and all of YouTube know it was self-defense, G. So I was like, yo.
Real quick for the Raise, guys, finish that off. Repsports.com, reppsports.com. Get yourself hyped up like Mad Six was just about to be on this right now. Join the Raise Rebellion. Use the promo code Alpha Raise at checkout to get 15% off of your order. Go get your merch, get everything you guys need. You could even become a Raise Insider yourself, just like we are. So go get that done. Once again, repsports.com, promo code Alpha Raise. Join the rebellion, demand more Raise energy. And once again, guys, thank you for hanging out with us today. We will see you on Sunday evening. For myself, JP, for DJ Madsticks, for Mr. Country K, the All Pro Jaffos. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Deuces.
Oops.